What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be working on my brother's GX470. We don't have the GX here, but we do have the project. My brother went ahead and purchased... Oh, there's my brother. Say what's up.
What's up, guys?
He went ahead and purchased the whole setup. Well, the rear bench and the two front seats for the Lexus GX470. Got a great deal on it. I highly recommend checking out carparts.com before you go and look for parts, especially for these older cars. You should go ahead and check out your local yards or check out carparts.com, because the great thing about this website is that it lists all the local businesses, and you could filter your results based off of your zip code. You'll find stuff for a way better deal than if you were to buy things on eBay. He went ahead and got all five seats. What was it, 5 total?
Yes, well, it's 4 seats. It's this. It's the front passenger, front driver, rear.
Yeah. So he already swapped out the rear bench. The bench is already in the car, but he has the car at home today. Yep. He brought the Audi. But he's got this seat right here, and we've got this seat right here. The only problem is, so these came out of a 2005 Lexus GX470. His Lexus is a 2003 GX470. So you would think, the seats look identical to each other, so why not directly swap them? The harnesses underneath the front 2 seats are completely different. And right now what he's doing is he's going to try and swap basically the cushions. Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Guys, so before we get into the dirty install here, I just want to talk about why we highly recommend carparts.com. Well, these seats on eBay, what did you find them for?
So on eBay they were like $1,000, and
yeah,
it wasn't gonna work.
People were asking like $1,000 plus on eBay. And when we looked on carparts.com, he went ahead and found a shop that had a donor 2005 GX470 with great condition seats, and they were asking around $150 per seat. And the great thing about going to a shop like that, first off, you're supporting local business. Second off, there's opportunity to negotiate. He negotiated the heck out of these seats.
Yeah, I felt pretty bad. I beat that guy up on price a little bit, but yeah. I really appreciate them. We'll throw him a shout out.
Middleton Auto Parts in Fraser, Michigan. Thank you guys for the seats.
Each seat was $150. So, if you add that up, that's $600. We actually got it for half off, so we're able to get all seats for $300.
Yeah, you can't beat that. All seats for $300. Let me show you guys how these seats look. Alright guys, so he's already working on taking apart the seat cushion here, but I just wanted to show you guys the condition of the leather. So this is one example. This is the passenger side. Again, this came out of a 2005 Lexus GX470. So check out this leather. This is pretty, restorable. This is actually in really good condition for a vehicle that's, almost 20 years old.
Yep.
And the great thing about these, cool thing is that you've got a little screen back here so you could watch, your episodes of Friends and whatnot. Here is the old seat cover. Oh, he's got it right here in his hand.
Let's take a look.
Just to show you guys what that looks like.
So you see that, that's actually all cracked through, and that's not gonna be recycled.
Yep.
So one thing I want to point out with the quality of these Lexus seats is that, I've actually removed seats before and removed this, but this Lexus, especially from a 2003, so this is still my old seat. Look at all these clips. So each one of these clips, it's kind of imagine you're on your key ring. So you would actually have to go in there and bend that clip open to get this other metal bracket that also comes into here. And so that was a big pain. And look, you have 1, 2, 3, you have 11 of these just in the seat bottom. I've replaced a Subaru, I've replaced a Ford, I replaced multiple other cars that are seats like that, and I didn't even think they had 11 total, from the bottom and the top. So that's pretty crazy in my eyes. I didn't want you guys to make the same mistake that we did. So what I thought is, because the 03 and all the way to almost 09, they all look the same, I thought the seats were going to be the same, so I didn't really do all that research. I just found a really good price and I went and I grabbed it. But the 03 and 04, they're actually quite different. And the main difference is in the harnesses. So you can just see it, that color is gray, that color is white. This one will actually fit. But if we go to our newer one, so this is from an 05 to 09. So 05 to 09 is good, 03 to 04, they're different. So you have white, not gray, then you have gray, then you have the yellow. The yellow will fit for both, but this and this will not fit. And if you actually look in there, there's actually more cables than in here. There's a lot less cables in the harness. And So it's still worth it because the leather seats themselves are actually solid. I looked online on eBay, and just the seat cover by itself, this was $100. This was another $100. So we're talking $200 for each seat. And then I'm gonna have to do this work anyways. I figured, you know, instead of returning these seats, I might as well just go ahead and swap these seats because I'm really happy with the way they look, and I'm still gonna be able to take it, and then I'm gonna have some spare parts. So I actually don't have the car with me today. I live about an hour away, but I just want to come here to finish these seats. You guys wanted to know how to take these out really quick. It's very easy. It's only 14mm bolts. So the rear bench is 14, 14, 14, 14, and then same thing for this side as well. They're pretty much just 14s, and these come out. There's no harnesses, nothing. These were easy. No, these.
Oh, they basically just hook in.
It's kind of like a minivan where it
Oh, I see.
snaps in right there.
Okay.
So it's pretty easy. And then if it's up, you make sure to don't forget about that. But if you own one of these, you'll know how to take this up and down. So that's not. For the seat itself, to get these out is also 14mm bolts, and then just down here, there's just one clip that. See, I actually just like took out the clip, but there's a clip right there that you can actually take out right there, and then there's just those 3 harnesses. So this is how we're going to remove the cushion. So there's actually one screw, there's one Phillips head right back here. So that's just going to zip that out. There's going to be 2 other screws behind these. So you just grab any type of wedge or something. So we just have this, and that just pops up. This pops up too. There you go. Don't want to lose that. Right there, there's 1, 2 screws. And then I already took the screws out in the front. I just want to make sure that you guys, if you do remove these seats and you do plan on doing this, are the bolts for the actual seat bottom itself. So if you look in here, this is an electric seat. So now that this is is moved forward, so they remove these out last. And because it's an electric seat, it's more difficult to actually power this down. So if you remove the front bolts first, and then you move the seat all the way forward, and then you move the back seat, the back bolts last, then you actually have a lot more space up here to get your fingers in there and really get the seat bottom out. So I'm going to have a little bit more difficulty with this just because of that. Or if you do, whichever way you remove it, the easiest way you can just do it is make sure while the car still has power to move this seat all the way forward. If you do get into that type of trouble, like what I did is we have one of these tools. I just picked this up. I'm sure my brother can link something like this on Amazon. It's basically just a screwdriver bit that you can kind of fit in hard to reach places, and then you can spin it. So that's how I got this out. There's a Phillips head here, and then there's a Phillips head in here. Okay. All right. So once you get that, come back to here, lift this up. Like you just kind of have to like wrestle with it a little bit, and then that's it. And you come back around. There's actually a harness right there, so make sure you unplug that. In order to get this out right here, there's actually one clip. So you just kind of want to get something in there to get this one clip out, or you can go from the underneath and kind of squeeze it out to get this metal clip. I mean, it's a plastic clip. And then in here, I just kind of use a screwdriver to kind of shimmy this out. Make sure not to be on the leather. There's actually plastic in there, and then this will come out as you wedge this out. So you see, like so, very easy. And once you get to here, you don't have to remove this, but it makes it easier. There's just 3 screws, 1, 2, 3 screws that you got to remove, and then this you can kind of flop out to the side, or you can disconnect it. And then so then you kind of just keep breaking away on this all the way to the other end. So right now we just loosened all the way around, and like I was just showing, just with that screwdriver right there. All right, just forgot to mention, don't forget to get this out. There's actually one screw in the back right there, it's the Phillips head, and then there's a clip right here. You can just pop this out, and then it'll be kind of sitting behind this buckle. So just kind of just shimmy it out, and then lift up on that buckle. Then push this down, and then it'll come out. Now this seat is loose, the seat bottom. And then there's actually going to be some harnesses under here, so we got to make sure don't just yank down it at this point. So now let's assess under here what cables that we need to disconnect. Just gotta get these out. So here there's actually some clips that we got to get unclip right here. So there's 1, 2, 3 clips. And then we actually have to disconnect this. So this is actually the occupant sensor. And the heated seat. Oh no, you just push down on it. Comes out. And then the last thing, just make sure to get out is there's a connector right here. This is for the occupant sensor. Or the heat there. Oh, I gotta clip that out, but it's okay. And then in here, just dig in right there and comes right out like that. It just opens up. Easy peasy. So this actually has the DVD player in it, so I'm just gonna cut this zip tie right there, and then I'll be able to feed this back through and get the seat bottom out. Just like that. So there's that hole right there. Oh, we made some money. Ugh. Yuck. Don't worry, we'll clean that up. Oh, you. Alright, there we go. Cool. And now for the fun part. The worst part. You would think that you can just swap this cushion right over, but if you look over here, there's something a little bit different. See that and this? So this is actually the occupant sensor on a 2003 to 2004. This is actually the seat for an 05 to 09, and they're different. So we're just gonna go ahead and start removing the clips, and right there. So we'll show you how to do like one of these, and then it's just all kind of just following each one. So you just bend the seat over, then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put on the Land Rover for now. And then 1, 2, 3 in the middle, and then like I said, you just kind of, to get more leverage, you could just it's foam, you can bend it, guys. And right there. And same on this side. So there's a metal, and then there's those. So let's go ahead and remove. I'll show you how to get out the first one. And actually, what's nice about getting this 2004, getting a used one versus buying one of these seat backs online, the ones that come online, they actually don't come with a heating element. So you'll have to recycle your heating element from your old one. And these are actually on pretty rough. I'll show you really quick. So the heating element, they're actually each this is a Lexus, guys. So right there, they're actually kind of stitched in, and then the whole heating element is glued to the leather itself. Luckily, these connectors are the exact same, so we'll be able to swap out the seat bottoms, and we'll still have our heated seats. And that's very important in Michigan. Bring that over, pull that over, do the same over here, just to get the foam out of the way, and then it's just doing work. Easy peasy. There. So now we get to my least favorite part, these clips. Here, I'm gonna pause it. Alright guys, so what I did is I just have a nice little surface right here, and what you do is I just kind of stand over like so, and then just bend the foam back, and then I don't know if you could see. So what I did is you grab this and you kind of spin it, and then you'll spin it to once you get to this point. And once you get to this point, you actually have to separate. You have to separate that metal in order to make it loose. So you grab one and you grab it really good, and you grab another set of pliers. And if you have another person to help you, this will be like heaven, just to bend that foam back. And then you just go ahead and grab, and then you start pulling apart right there. And then so there's two metal rods. There's one metal rod here, and then one metal rod in there. And then once you make that gap big enough, you can just kind of push it through. So that's 1 of 11.
So it's been a couple days. We weren't able to finish the video that same night. We had to go back inside for dinner, and after eating a whole bunch, we didn't feel like coming back out to work on the seats. But I just want to show you where we're at. So now that we've got the seat cover completely off, well, the old seat cover is right here, and there's Doze. Say what's up, Doze. I hope he doesn't chew through the leather. There is the old seat cover, and hey, Doze. And here's the new seat cover. To get it installed is pretty much the reverse of getting it uninstalled, obviously. There we are. One thing that we did try with one of these pins was, instead of separating the these little rings to get the pins out, we went ahead and straightened one of them out. So we go ahead and straighten this out, and then just like pull it out. It's easier to do that for the uninstall. However, when we go to install it, it's going to be really difficult trying to fish this pin back through the fabric, as well as fishing it through each individual pin. So we decided that after doing it the one time, we were just going to extract these by just separating each individual ring. And now to install it, pretty much going to do the same thing but reverse. We're going to fold the creases apart and try to get these back within the rings, and then pretty much to install it will be the same process, just in reverse. Just make sure when you go to install it with this cushion right here, be careful of the sensor here. I believe this is for the occupant sensor, so just be careful with that wire / connector. Make sure you don't kink it or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the video. The whole purpose of the video was to basically show you guys the process that's involved to get the seat cover off. and get it replaced. One other difference that we did notice with the newer seats versus the 2003 GX470 seats is that on the controls, with the newer GXs, there was the lumbar support, so there's a controller for the lumbar support. With the older seat, there wasn't a button for the lumbar support. So that was one of the other differences that we noticed. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below, and we'll do our best to answer them. Hey Doze. Hey Dozy Doze. He wants all the attention in the world. Yeah, go ahead, press that like button down below if you found this video helpful. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with the builds that I've got going on here, as well as other shenanigans on the channel. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.